So I'm gonna have you start by just saying your name and what band you're in.
Okay. Hello, my name is Ethan, and I'm in the band Breaking Monarch as the guitarist.
Awesome. So, what instruments do you play? Just the guitar or anything else?
Yeah, just the guitar. I mean, I'll try to dabble, but I can't promise it'll sound good.
And what?
Drums, bass, anything that has any strings, I'll try. But it just sounds like a preschooler really trying to use it.
Yeah, that's totally fair. If you had to be stuck listening to one song for the rest of your life, what song would it be and why?
See, it depends. Like, what mood am I in? Like, all the time, you know. I gotta
All
think
the
that.
time. I don't know. Like, let's say like widely.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise
By
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's a that has multiple moods.
Mhm.
Yeah, or it could be like multiply applied or whatever. Anyways, let's get into I guess the meat of the questions. First of all, how long have you been playing instruments? How long have you been playing guitar in particular?
That would be around freshman year of high school, so it's 14/13, about 6 years.
Was it like something that you picked up on your own, or was it something that like your parents put you do?
Well, my parents aren't very musically
Yeah.
involved. Instead, like they would show me like all their musical influence or like their stuff that they were big fans of. So
Yeah.
like my dad's a huge Beatles fan, and so he really influenced me at a young age about the Beatles.
Yeah.
And so after like around middle school, I started getting interested in the Beatles, and then I was like, oh, I kind of want to play guitar now because I thought John Lennon was cool.
Yeah.
And then I begged my dad for a guitar, and then ever since then I've been playing guitar.
What kind of guitar was your first instrument?
Like this $100 Fender acoustic from Guitar Center.
Was it a full size or was it like a kid size?
I don't remember. I think I gave that to a friend because of how bad it was, and like the action was really high. And
Oh,
it was
could you like put your fingers under the strings?
yeah, that type of thing. And
Yeah.
like it was not a good beginner guitar. Like
Mhm.
even for like bar chords, like now, if I try to do that on that guitar, it'd probably be impossible still. And I still try to use it, but
Awesome. So, do you remember the first song you learned on the guitar? I love this question because like you really got to
Yeah.
back through it. I mean,
like fully learned, like or just a riff. I think the first riff I learned.
I would say like riff. I think like riff is like this
Seven
is-
Nation Army.
Seven Nation
Yeah.
Army.
But then if it would be like a full like song solo, it would be like I think it was Twist and Shout by the Beatles.
And Trapped by the Beatles.
Yeah, it was one of their earlier songs.
Awesome. Who do you consider to be your biggest inspiration musically, or like group of people? I guess.
Jeffrey Carmichael. No, like I guess my top three, which would be, I would say like the Beatles, but no, like that was just like me getting started.
Yeah.
But then after that, I found like I say AC/DC. I loved AC/DC. I bought like my first real electric guitar was Epiphone SG.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
the pointy.
Yeah, it's
guitar.
actually easier. And then after that, and then I got into heavier music, and then Deftones was really like my biggest thing in high school, and then like even now that influences me and stuff like that.
So now we're gonna get into the questions that those are questions, all right, but these are questions.
Okay.
How do you feel about the bass guitar hate? Is it deserved or earned?
See, that's a good one. The problem is like I never like I always thought the bass was in like I was a classic guitarist. I didn't know like I thought the bass was an essential, whatever, blah blah blah. Then I joined a band, and then I realized that's like the meat of every song and everything, and like after I realized because like like we have practices without him,
Yeah.
or like God forbid our singer Jeff has to
Yeah.
go on. It is not the same.
Yeah.
And so the hate for it is definitely not justified. It is very. I mean, I think it's just people who couldn't get into bands who make that hate, and they're like, "Oh, these stupid bassists are taking my job." No, they're very much needed.
That's fair. That's fair. Cool. Yeah. No, I think it comes from like at this point, like it's like a good, like you said, like a good bassist can make or break a song for the most part, and I think it's a result of envy rather than anything. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can play bass really well, but you also, if you can play bass really well, probably trickles down to other things.
Yeah.
In my opinion. That's I don't know. I mean, because you're guitarist first, right?
Yeah.
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 Exactly. Same here. Same here. What is your favorite color that starts with a G?
Color?
Yeah.
First thing came out was gringo. Is that a color? I mean, it refers to a color.
I mean, that's that. Yeah, so try again, not gringo.
Green.
Green?
Yeah, it's green.
Why not gray?
Boring.
Okay. Do you have any tattoos
That was
and
the
would
bit.
you ever want to? Yeah. Do you have any tattoos? Would you ever want to get one?
How do you know if I?
That's why I asked if I don't know.
Okay. There's been a few, but like I have a rule where like if like I want it in 5 years still, then I'll try to get it. But then 5 years pass and I still kind of wanted it, but then I like realized that like it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Maybe like every single pivotal moment in my life, I feel like a shift is happening. Maybe I get a tattoo of like what's my biggest musical influence at that period of time, so it's like a reminder. But then like I don't know, I just like I couldn't do it.
So,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's a good idea though. I love that idea, but I just like I don't know. It's
It's
like
it's a crazy commitment.
yeah,
Permanently
exactly.
have something on your body. I mean,
I want to. I have like meetings like that's what I want my tattoos, but the problem is I just like I get cold feet with it. I can't do
yeah.
it.
Fair enough. And then probably my favorite question. In your opinion, what is the worst genre of music?
Country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna talk about Gnoth Night.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
there's not really a lot of opportunities to play a show where there's a lot of people cramped up and you can feel the energy. I've only had that a few times playing here. There's only been like a handful of times, and even then it's always been at like inside of a house and stuff like that. I didn't really know what to set my expectations for because my band was running it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have low expectations because like I come from like we ran shows before, but nothing to the magnitude that we're hyping it up to be.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I was out of tune for like probably like half the show because I don't know what was going on with my guitar. Like I look back at the videos, I'm like, oh my god, I can't listen to this. I was trying to tune it too, and like I think it's just something with the room where like the tuner wasn't even working, and so you know it doesn't really definitely doesn't amplify my sound. I mean, maybe it does if I'm doing it correctly, but
Yeah.
I think it's just like if we're just like vibing out and like doing the stuff, yeah, definitely the music sounds better, but like it gets to the point where like you know if the songs have enough of that creative energy and that feel, the audience is gonna feel that anyways, no matter what you play or whatever. It's just like you have to be on the same page.
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, awesome. Actually, I'm gonna skip to the next or hold down because you mentioned your guitar going out of tune. How was the humidity?
Ooh.
What was the? Do you know the relative humidity in that room on that night?
I think that's the reason why I was going out of tune though. Like,
I
so
think there's
the heat,
just
the
heat, the damp.
yeah, the change of temperature for my guitar. You know, like if you know, as guitar players, if you don't know this, but when your strings change temperatures really quickly, it will just adapt really fast to it. And so when you're playing a song, it will just keep shifting because the room's getting hotter and hotter. So it's going to try to adapt with it. So I was listening to one of the second song on the set on the video, and I can hear me just go out of tune when I hit the chorus. Like I was in the verse sounding fine, and then I hit the chord, and I'm like, what happened to my G string?
This is, I guess, going to be probably my last question, and it kind of piggybacks off what you were saying. But do you feel that the like emo goth metal scene here is like changing at all? Less popular, more popular?
I think just like the core of it is just like for the people who want to or who do stick out, don't really feel like they have a certain place to like be themselves, and so I kind of think that those scenes are like, you know, they're definitely changing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with Gainesville, there's not really a scene for that. So I want to have a show for those type of people, and where people can gather and know that they won't stick out, and that most people there are going to look the same.
Yeah. Well, that really about does the interview for the most part. I don't really have an outro, so I gotta like think of something really funny. Unfortunately, I am Cucumber Form, and this is Ethan Braylow of Breaking Monarch. Tune in next time if I feel like it, or die in the was it Hurricane Raphael that I'm gonna chase soon. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you, Mr. Informed.